on the Baltimore Orioles. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. So the Baltimore Orioles with lofty expectations this season, and why not? They're the defending World Series champs. Singy, it's become so hard in today's game to go back-to-back as champions. Why do you think that is?
Boog, I think it's because of the competition level and the parity that we're seeing in baseball. But yeah, you're right. It is very rare. The Yankees won 3 years in a row from 1998 to 2000. But over the next 20 seasons, nobody else was able to repeat. I think there's less of an imbalance at the top, and teams can compete by combining good internal development with smart, well-timed moves to bring in help from the outside. And once you hit the postseason, anything's possible.
Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Just about set to go, and today's starting pitcher, Todd Anderson. And Singy, as you know, he took home the AL Cy Young Award last year.
Well, Brooke, he was healthy last year and gained a tremendous amount of confidence. He took a big step forward last season. I think he'll take another one this season.
Okay, all set to go. So here's the Padres DH, Luis Angel Acuna. That one fouled off. And that is downstairs. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
And the batter now, Termarr Johnson. And that's outside.
That
Anderson, the lefty who lights up the radar gun. 29 years old. He's a former American League MVP. Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-0. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Alvarez makes the grab, 2 down. Fernando Tatis Jr. at the plate now, singing his first ever opening day. Was with the Padres back in 2019.
Yeah, and San Diego didn't waste time with Tatis, Boog. The Padres made him the youngest player to start opening day in 20 years. He's part of a special wave of talent in Major League Baseball, no doubt about that. I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
Fastball is outside. On the ground, right side, finds its way through, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
So man aboard. Next up is the cleanup spot for the Padres. Clinton Puckett. There's a swing and a drive. Rodriguez ranging into the alley. Dives. What a play.
Great diving catch to end the inning. That'll fire up the dugout for sure. Time to go swing it.
And we're back. Now the third baseman, Robert Kovalenko. Anderson back to work. That's off the mark. 1-0. Anderson, a former Cy Young Award winner, he features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slurve, and he occasionally uses a curve. Next offering is in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Got him swinging on that pitch away to finish him off, but everything early in the at-bat was in tight. Really challenged him in there with some competitive pitches, not letting him get his hands extended, but of course that eventually opens up the outside part of the plate, and he just wasn't able to adjust.
Here's the catcher, Jim Wise. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the Padres have a man aboard with 1 out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Justin Kohler. And that's a strike. Wise, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. In there at the knees for a strike.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Kicks and fires. In the dirt, but kept close. In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. No score here in the second. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Braden Montgomery, the next up for the Padres. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two outs.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. 1 hit, 1 left. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied 0-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And a foul ball.
Ooh, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And that's strike 2. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball.
One ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And that one is downstairs. And the count's even at 2. Chases that one out of the zone. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden a pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
So the batting order turns over, and next is the designated hitter, Luis Angel Acuna. And that skips into dirt.
1-0.
And he blows that one by him at 100.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a little bit low.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
To the right side, Triolo. The throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Termarr Johnson, the next up for the Padres. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Fastball for a strike. Top of the 3rd, no score. Hangs on to the foul tip. That's a strikeout. Offense held in check there. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. No score. As we go to the top of the 4th, and the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Tatis goes 6 feet 3 inches, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. Strike one.
You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That misses. Ball one.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And that's in the dirt. Outside low, and it's 3-2. Stays alive. On the ground, right side. Soderstrom takes it to the bag. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Clinton Puckett, the next up for the Padres.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
Hit hard, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, they can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Go ahead run on base. Kovalenko digs in now. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. To second, pulls him off the bag, and he's going to make it up to second base, as that's a two-base error.
Well, this offense just got a major gift. Probably should have been a double play, but it all starts with a good feed to second, and right there, everything broke down on the throw. We'll see if they can capitalize on this.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Jim Wise. Golden opportunity right here. Dives, and he can't hang on. There's one.
Right on the tag.
Wow, you could really see the desire right there to prevent that run. He dives and knocks it down and gets away from a little bit, but he jumps up with a strong throw to the dish, and they get the out. That's a highlight.
Justin Kohler will hit next. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball one. First and second, 2 down here on opening day. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 3.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And that's in for a strike. 2 on, 2 outs. And they're all loaded up.
Take the bait.
Well, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Braden Montgomery. First pitch misses. Two outs. Yeah, that's fouled off. Up the middle. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Boog, that's a frustrating way to fall behind in this one as the infield single drives in the run. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play and you give your teammate a chance to hurry home.
So digging in, Joe Kennedy. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. And that one fouled off. And now 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Padres 1 and the Orioles nothing. Back now at Oriole Park. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter now, Luis Angel Acuna. Anderson back to work. Outside corner, there's a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Up and in, and the count is 1-1.
1-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
That one the other way. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, the second baseman,
Termarr Johnson, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. 1 out, bases empty. Strike 2.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Ball.
And that's in the dirt. It's 2-2.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
And he caught it behind his back. The throw, and very nicely done for the out.
Now batting, Right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
2 down, bases empty. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. 1 for 2. Ground ball left side. Nice grab. Throws from his knees. On the money. Nice play.
Well, that's cat-like reflexes over there at the hot corner. Nice job of making that play and ending the inning.
All set for the top of the 6th. And now the first baseman, Clinton Puckett. That's too low, and it's 1-0. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Robert Kovalenko, the next up for the Padres. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun.
The count.
Puckett aboard here at first with nobody out.
That's a ball.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Ball 3.
Fastball for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stand on that double play.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Digging in, Jim Wise. First pitch just misses. One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next offering is fouled back. Man at first, 1 away.
Ball 2.
On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. Close one, doesn't get the call. And now it's 3-2.
That's when you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looks to me like he's barking, that's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Todd Anderson gives way, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching.
Michael Kopech on to pitch out of the pen here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game. Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.